no, man. Who the prize? Help me, baby. Like, help me. Like, that man came to bother me, okay? I ain't know that man until he came and bothered me, right? I just know baby daddy, baby mama, ghetto. That's all I know. Okay, y'all, so don't judge me. I done did something crazy, so I'm just gonna share it with you guys. Maybe I'm the crazy one, right? I tried the whole friend thing, and she turned out to be a weirdo. I been knew who the girl was, right? But her baby daddy started, trying to talk to me. And, me and him would, communicate here and there. See, with them, like the type of relationship they had, it was already like rocky and toxic and stuff like that. And it's just a whole bunch of ghetto mess, honey, that I should have never been a part of. But nevertheless, I digress. I decided that, that man was not for me. So I'm quick to move myself out the way because, like, your girl know her worth. Like, I'm grown. I don't have time to be playing with folks. I don't have time to, let people waste my time or anything like that. Me and his baby mama, we started like talking to each other, like trying to basically kind of form a friendship outside of him because, she got to the point where, she was fed up with his mess. I never felt too deep about his mess because I be cool on everything. Like, I be taking things like super easy. Nothing gets my panties in a wad because at the end of the day, I know that people gonna do what they want to do. And I never thought too deep into like me and him talking because I knew it wasn't never gonna be nothing serious because I already, the man could not be honest about what their relationship was. And you know how the whole baby mama and baby daddy thing go. Like, he was doing his own thing and she was really in love with him, and that was that. Since we decided, we can, have like a friendship outside of him, everything does not have to, involve around him and stuff like that because she knew I wasn't gonna take that man serious, but I guess like he would always talk about me and bring me up and stuff like that, so it had her feeling some type of way. First, she reached out to me like to ask me, me and his situation or whatever. Once we got all the weird stuff out the way, me and her both decided that okay, like we gon' talk without him or whatever. I was cool with that because I'm just keeping honest with y'all. Like, in this season of my life, I already know like if stuff doesn't work out with one man, there are always other men out there. So it's like I'm never having like too much pressure about it because I can really care less because I'm peaceful here. I feel great, but sometimes I do be wanting a little company or whatever. Me and her started talking without him. I feel like that because she was a woman, I trusted her like a little bit more than I would trust a man because me personally, I'm like a girl's girl. Like, I'm here for the girls. Like, I care about women being treated correctly, women being loved, women bossing up, women, owning who they are, women being confident, and women not being used and stuff like that. Like, she would open up to me because she needed somebody to talk to, about the problems that she was having with her baby daddy. I have kids by a man, so I was just, giving her advice and trying to like keep her uplifted because, she wasn't receiving like a lot of help from him. And I was just, telling her stuff to just keep her motivated because, like I said, I'm here for the girls, right? She was just asking me stuff like, oh, are you gonna do this for him because like I'm done doing this or whatever. And I'm like, girl, please, I've been told that man that I'm not doing nothing. I don't overplay my part when it comes to these men because I know that whatever I say no to, there's always another woman willing, so I move out the way so he could get her. Like, that man came to bother me, okay? I ain't know that man until he came and bothered me, right? I had stopped talking to him because he had did something that I felt was very disrespectful. And at this stage in my life, your girl does not tolerate disrespect because I know who I am. I know what I deserve, and I refuse to tolerate anything less than that. So boom, I cut him off, right? She would say stuff, every once in a while to make sure that I'm actually done with him, and I told her that I am. And because she had confided in me about the problems that she was having like in a co-parenting relationship, I decided to confide in her in some things as well and like let her into like my really personal business that I had not even told this man. I did not feel it was necessary to tell him any of my business because this was not somebody that I was pursuing a relationship with. He kept on telling me that he wanted to be with me and stuff like that, but I'm a real big woman on your actions, show me more. And, if a man already starts off lying and trying to play both sides, I'm not the type of girl for you because I will just completely remove access to myself. I don't do no fussing. I don't do no arguing. I don't do no trying to change your mind because for what? You're going to do what you want to do. And so I confided in this girl and I was like, at first I wasn't going to tell you this because I didn't want you to go tell your baby daddy my business. Like, this was something that was like really like very personal. It was to the fact where it was like, okay, obviously I know that like this man tries to talk to me first, but I felt like that because she made it seem like that we could have some sort of type of like relationship without him, I feel like, okay, maybe I could trust her with this, and she won't go, run her mouth to her baby daddy, because I don't even talk to the man. I don't want the man. And I thought we had already discussed this, right? And she was very understanding of my business. She told me like, oh girl, no, I'm not gonna tell him your business. Like, I'm not like that. I don't even talk to nobody. I stay to myself. I already told you, like, this ain't gonna have nothing to do with him. Like, pretty much on that type of time, right? So a good while had passed. I get a message from him, and he's just basically asking me like, oh, why didn't you tell me what you told my baby mama? Like, why didn't you never tell me that? Like, oh my God, is this true? Yada, yada, yada. So I'm just like, I went through a few emotions, right? I went through like cool, calm, and collective to very pissed off. Like, I was just telling him like, hey, believe what you want. Like, at the end of the day, I really could care less. And so, he's just like on my line. He on my ringer, like trying to ask me questions, trying to just tell me like, why couldn't you just tell me this, yada, yada. I don't know if it's like me being naive or me being delusional to think the fact that like I could trust a woman whose man wanted me, whose man pursued me, right? To have some type of friendship or some type of bond to where like she wouldn't run and go tell him my business to like make him favor her more.
It was never gonna be you. It was never gonna be you. So for you to be so delusional and crazy like that, that is ridiculous.
So like that's what confused me, because I'm like, man, you don't tell me about how this man done put you through the ringer. He done had you doing this, he done had you doing that, he done used you for money, like all these other type of things, y'all. Like, she done did so much for this man, and here I am being the woman that I am, encouraging her, like telling her to stop. I'm a little older than her, just by a little bit, and so I was like just giving her some advice, giving her some feedback and stuff like that. And so I felt like completely bamboozled, because it's like I feel like that she ran and told my business to him. And that's my problem with women. I feel like that whole girl code and women empowerment, like that stuff is fake. I been knew that it didn't exist, but I just want to believe in the girls. I want to believe that somebody can make the change. I want to believe that somebody can be genuine, right? I just feel like anytime a man is involved in the picture, it's never going to go correctly, because women are always trying to compete. At a very young age, I learned that there is no such thing as women sticking together and girl code and women's empowerment when it has anything to do with a man. Because one of the reasons why I feel like that I struggle with making female friends is simply because a lot of women are still dumb and stuck on men who don't value them, who are putting them through the ringer, who is causing them nothing but chaos. And I'm past that point in my life, right? I value myself now. Women will do anything that they need to do to like basically make it seem like that you're beneath them when it comes to a man, just so that they can get chosen. Y'all really be competing for these men who would probably raw dog a crackhead just because it's free and easy. Honestly, when it comes to trying to get the validation of a man and women going against each other, it's always against the woman who feels like that she has to do a lot to get chosen, versus the woman who could give a care less if she is chosen, because she's not trying to impress no man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he either like or he don't. Like, y'all don't realize, like, when y'all throw salt on other women's name just to try to get above another woman in a man's eyes, he will still deal with her. Do y'all not know the world would go much smoother if every woman just stuck together? If every woman was just like, oh, we're going to stick together. Like, we're going to, make sure we're valued, make sure we're treated correctly, instead of trying to be in competition. Keep your friends close and enemies closer and stuff like that. But it's just like, I don't have the strength to be trying to decipher between the two. I don't have the strength to be trying to compete with women for men as if they are some sort of a prize. Like, that's why in the stage that I am in life right now, like, I'm okay with not having women outside of my family to like talk to and do stuff with. Yeah, it gets lonely and it gets boring, but if that's the type of stuff that I gotta deal with, just count me out, because I'm good on it. Because I just honestly feel like that no woman is better than the next, right? So it don't matter who do what better than whoever, because at the end of the day, a man gonna do what he wanna do regardless. Not knowing that a man is going to do whatever he wants to do. A man is going to do whatever you allow him to do, right? She wanted to feel like that she had one up on me, like she's stepping on my neck, right? Because she knows something about me that's not the greatest thing. It ain't the end of the world, but it's still personal, right? Like, I confided in a woman, and she ran to a man to spread my business to like make me look bad. Like I owe somebody an explanation on, shit that I done been through, right? and she seems like she is like having sympathy for me, or she can relate, or she can put herself in my shoes, and then she betrays me. I just really hate that. Like, I have never been a woman, even growing up, that, you know, could make friends easily, because a lot of people did not like me, whether it was based on my physical appearance or them just thinking I'm stuck up because I don't speak when I'm not comfortable. I'm very, very introverted. So for me to have a moment with a woman where I feel like that we're like bonding, like, oh, we could really possibly be friends, and to be like betrayed in that way, it's like, can I really even be surprised? Because anytime a man is in a picture, just know that stuff is gonna go left. Like, boo, you could have had a sister instead of, sister loosely, right? You could have had a sister instead of like seeing me as an opponent, seeing me as somebody that you, oh, let me go do this to her. For the most part, I'm a very honest person. Like, I'm not perfect, but like, if I done did something, if I done been through something, I will tell somebody. I'm not ashamed of what I done been through. I'm not ashamed of what somebody done put me through. Like, I'm not ashamed of the ugly areas that I've had to get through to get to where I am today, baby. If I wanted that man to know my business, like, I would have told him my business. Sometimes when I go out on a limb and I try to, you know, be a girl's girl and like try to really socialize with women and get to know women on a level that does not involve like men, stuff like this happens to where like it backfires, right? And like, people just go on with their life because they feel like this is gonna make me look better, this is gonna make him want to choose me, like, because now he won't see her in the way that he previously saw her before, you know, I just dissed all her business. And like, the thing with me, I just feel like nobody can make me look bad about stuff that I've been through, because it's my story. It's my experience. So therefore, I walk with my head held high and don't give two hoot nanas about what nobody has to say. But it's just the fact that that happened to me. It really showed me why I am so like guarded and I guess standoffish, whether it's with men or women, is because people move so weirdly. In my mind, it's like, she never wanted the friendship, right? She just wanted to make sure that I wasn't checking for him, that she won't be replaced. You know how that go. She just wanted to make sure that it's not going to be me. And it's like, even if it's not me, it will never be you. And it's like, that's why I can't really kick it with a lot of women, because I'm over my D-dumb days. I'm over those days to where, you know, I'm doing stupid stuff and trying to make somebody see my value that clearly doesn't care about me, that clearly uses me, that clearly, can't even talk, girl. This thing got me fiery hot red, baby. I'm over those days where like, it's like I'm a walking doormat for anybody, men included. I would like to surround myself around women that have a different mindset, women that's, you know, not too obsessive over men to where they're wanting to, you know, stab another woman in the back because they feel like, oh, this is who his eyes is on right now, knowing that, baby, I'm not even the one you got to worry about. I'm just blaming her for, you know, basically feeling like that she had to betray me so that she can look better in the eyes of a man who was never going to be the type of man that she deserves, right? Because I told y'all I'm all for like women being treated correctly and them not having to like suffer and like struggle of me having that type of heart to where I'm always genuine. I had to teach myself things like, just because you move that way, it does not mean that other people are going to move that way. We even had a time, y'all, where we was like supposed to go out and eat and just chill. Like, I had got dressed and everything. Like, y'all, when I say I was literally excited, it was sickening. I was excited at the fact that I would have somebody to hang out with that was like not my intermediate family. Because I'm like, oh my God, like, this must be what it feels like to like bond with women. This must be what it feels like when everybody else, you know, has friends to actually do stuff with. Whereas me, as you see, why I have to be a loner, right? I had got dressed and everything, and it's like, you know, she couldn't get a babysitter, you know, for their child that they have together. So it's like, I low-key had to get stood up, and I just felt like that my feelings was a little hurt. All right, y'all, so I was supposed to go on a friend date today. It did not work out, so I'm just gonna take myself on a little quick cheap date because I got dressed. So I just didn't want my looks to go to waste. Y'all, can I vent to y'all right quick while I'm sitting outside the movies before I go in there? Actually, I can't even lie. Like, I'm a little disappointed, you guys. Like, don't tell nobody because it's already embarrassing enough, right? I was really, like, excited to do something with somebody that, you know, I'm not actually blood related to, because you guys know I have a hard time, like, putting myself out there, you know, trying to meet new people and stuff like that. So anytime I am out hanging out with people, 9 times out of 10 I'm blood related to them. So like, I was excited for this, but something told me not to get too excited, because I noticed like when I get too excited about something, it don't work out. Something happens. But then I was trying to think positive. And it's just like, sometimes I just be feeling like I have the worst luck, y'all. I enjoy being by myself. But like being by yourself all the time is tiring. Like sometimes I do be wishing there was somebody else, out here that I could relate to, that is not my kinfolk, that I could just, hang out with from time to time. Do something that, doesn't involve me, trying to pop and shake my backside. I just want to do something different. And I understand, like I told y'all before, I'm not somebody that people naturally gravitate towards. I'm just not that girl. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know what to do about that. But it's like, and then like, I've been waiting on this, y'all. I had got dressed and everything because I didn't want nobody to have to be waiting on me. I'm really trying to open up myself more this year. But when weird stuff like that happens to me, it really makes me want to like close off and be in a shell. Because I know how beautiful my spirit is. I know how beautiful I am inside and out. When I have like a it is what it is mentality, that's not to say that like things don't bother me. It's just like saying that I'm comfortable in this stage of my life where I know things can go either way. And it's like for me to call somebody a friend, it's going to take a lot, but I was like looking forward to having one, if that makes sense. So I did not expect that. And like, mind you guys, that would explain why like at this time I was reaching out to her, right? Because she had reached out to me. So I'm like, okay, we cool. This is before I knew that she had told him my business. And I just started to wonder, like, why she started basically like ignoring me. Like I seen like she had posted on her Snapchat that she was in the hospital. So I had wrote her and I was like, are you okay? Boom, she left me on red, no response. And the time before that, we was talking about something. And she was like giving dry responses, and like then she just eventually ended up leaving me on red. So I just feel like she succeeded with her plan, with like trying to like making me look bad. But the thing is, I'm not ashamed of what I done been through though. Like people act like we don't all bleed the same. People act like that bad shit ain't never happened to them. I can't get jiggy with it because it's life. Humble yourself. Like you could be next. Life can humble anybody. You could be up today, down tomorrow. The same people that you think that you tooting on will be the same people that's like up the next day. So I just take it as a learning lesson. I should have never thought on God's green earth, baby, that I could befriend a woman when the man basically knew me first. I should have known that, okay, like she trying to keep her friends close and her enemies close. So like she wants to make sure that like she gonna have this man out of herself, even though I told her multiple times, like, honey, I'm not hurting for no man. A man? A man? Who the prize? Tell me, baby. Like, I view myself as the prize. So it's like, I'm not tripping about no man because it's plenty more out here. It's just the fact that, like, sisterhood don't exist. And me, I just feel like whatever is naturally for me will come for me. I'm not competing for it. I'm not finna do anything to stand out. I'm just gonna be myself, and either somebody gonna rock with it or they ain't. Not this man that I've been cut off a long time ago questioning me about my business that he should not even know because of his baby mama? Because of his baby mother? Are you serious, girl? Like, I'm not even the one you gotta worry about. It's the other women that you don't even know about that he's talking to that you need to be like seeing what you need to do to keep them out the mix. But a man gonna do what he want to do at the end of the day. That's just what humans do. You can't stop a person from doing anything. And I walk proudly in who I am. I feel like it was really messed up because, right, I can't see myself doing a woman like that, right? Okay, y'all, so I'm about to have a real transparent moment with you guys. I don't know who this is for, but I know that it will help somebody. When I was young, when I was growing up, I was very naive and pure-hearted, right? It's like I knew things, but I did not know to the extent that, evil really exists out here. I honestly used to think that because I had such a pure, genuine heart, that everybody would handle situations like I would. Everybody would, think about other people's feelings and, try to do the right thing, even though it never got your girl anywhere. But anyways, that's besides the point. That's how I used to, go through life moving, because I'm thinking like everybody sees things how I see things, and that caused me to be taken advantage of a lot of times when I was younger. I have been through some very, very ugly things regardless of my appearance. And I just want to, tell the girl who felt like that, she had to search for validation through other people. She had to let people walk all over her. She done made some mistakes and people took full advantage of her and her naiveness, her vulnerableness. I just want to tell that girl that you can always change. It does not matter what you have been through, what people know about you, what people try to say about you. Because guess what? God is a restorer. And I know that, I'm not the most religious person, but that's one thing that I do know, right? We all bleed the same. Nobody is better than the next person. So therefore, it's like, when people try to, throw up my past or try to make me feel bad because of things that I have been through, I simply just let it go in one ear and out the other, because I know that what I have been through does not define the type of woman that I have grown to become. This new me, this new woman that I am, sets boundaries. She has standards. You can't talk to her any type of way. You can't treat her any type of way. You can't just do whatever you want to do. If I'm not okay with something, I'm going to let you know. You do not get to take advantage of this new woman here. You don't. And if you cannot align with the standards that I set, then you can remove yourself. So do not let people allow you to start feeling ashamed or embarrassed, or, wanting to hide inside of a box just because you done been through stuff. This is real life. You're going to go through stuff. You're going to go through the ugliest of the ugliest things, but it's all about how you get past it. What do you do moving forward? Do you let people define you because of what you've been through, or do you push through it and still accomplish everything that you want to accomplish? Do you still press on to be a better person? Do you change? Do you learn from what you have been through? Like, your destiny is in your hands, and it don't matter what nobody got to say about it. You can always upgrade. You can always level up, and that's just that. I don't know if the competing for male validation will ever stop, but I have been watching a lot of videos on YouTube, and I want to give a shout out to like Real Talk with Yanni, because she has a series on her YouTube channel where she discusses like decentering men. And I've heard a few other women mention it as well. And I just gotta say, like, it's a peaceful place to be in. Like, I'm really enjoying not focusing on a man and a man's needs and what men like and what men are attracted to and what makes men choose you, what makes men marry you. It was a teachable moment for me. I'm not above learning lessons. Like, I'm still a young woman. I just know that, like, with me having the heart that I have, I've had to learn so many lessons. The man was not a second thought to me. And before she had did that, there had been several times where like he kept on reaching out to me, but he knew that he was not a priority in my life. And obviously, I guess I was still being brought up in their conversations. And he was still saying stuff about me, so she was like, "Oh no, I gotta shut this down." But at the end of the day, if a man wanna talk to you, he's still gonna talk to you. Like, it is what it is. Checkmate, I learned a valuable lesson. When it comes to a man, do women stick together, or do women always have to compete for male validation? I don't know, because I don't be competing. I literally just be chilling. If I want to be happy, I want to be peaceful. Like, when I'm a millionaire, I'm gonna just look back at videos like this and I'm just gonna laugh at the things that I had to encounter because I was too trusting. I was too loyal. I actually tried to believe that, like, women could actually like each other. I don't know. Kind of weird, kind of weird. But anyways, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Check out my other content, and I will see you guys in the next video.